what we do is considered something of black magic art, but really what it is the art of balance, and it's the art of balance regarding the frequency spectrum. And it's the frequency spectrum of what our conscious hearing can accommodate. So when the frequencies lock together in an overall piece of music and come together and create a whole that's greater than the sum of its parts, that's when we sound like we were never there. And that's when we're at our most successful. So what that means is that we have to listen to a song that comes in, have a feel for what that song is, and everything that surrounds that song, the conversations with the producer, the engineer, the people that created that music. And then we have to have a sense from them about what they expect as the end result. And we also have to have our own sense of what that is. It's required because that sense of confidence and what we bring to the table as a company that provides a service for the balance of audio is much a part of the dialogue between the people that created the music and us. So we have to visualize where we will be in the end as we're listening to the music. So what we've now visualized is 2 points in space, what we're dealing with and what it needs to be. And then we bring out the tools to take it to that place. And in the case of stereo music, we've got the analog console. We do some digital processing, but mostly all analog. And in the current sphere of music production, with immersive technologies really taking a foothold, eventually what they would like to do is have a stereo fold down of the immersive track. But until that happens, we still have the ability to process the stereo track differently because many years have gone by to where people have perfected the art of stereo balance. Mixers have, for decades, figured that out. So it's still very much a part of the game, and we are very much a part of the game in the analog processing of these mixes. So when we work in immersive, we'll make sure to accurately be able to put these songs next to each other so that they match up. And that's a technical requirement from the providers that get the music out to the consumers. But for us to come in here and assess that endpoint as we're starting to work on the music, what we need is the monitoring environments to tell us what to do to get it from point A to point B. Mostly what we do, and I think what Reuben and I favor, is the ability to bring a focus to the essential melodic element of the music. So we'll use EQ, we'll use compression, we'll use any combination of tube compressors, solid-state compressors, tube equalizers, solid-state equalizers, and we'll combine them all together and have a long chain of events where perhaps we'll use a solid-state equalizer to EQ the low end and a tube equalizer to equalize the high end, and then we'll use gain structure within the chain to maybe saturate one piece of gear more than another. So it's a real balancing act to bring that focus into that music. And then once we've got that kind of mid-range focus, we'll bring in the low end of that music to hold that up. And if you listen to the body of our work, it's pretty consistent in that it's full and rich sounding and it's got depth of field. And if you listen to anything we've done over the course of my entire career, you know, Reuben's entire time that we've been working together, it's pretty consistent sonically. It's not bright and thin, it's not swampy and low-endy. It's got good, clear focus. It's really centered where the music lives in the mid-range. It's got the lows to really hold and support that. And then that's how we end up printing the music and using the monitoring tools that we have, speakers, headphones, whatever else, to end up in this place that the music creators can then serve their fans, because ultimately we're doing it for the fans. So we're serving the people that create the music, that distribute the music, so that they can serve their fans. And the ultimate relationship is when they get what we send them and they check the box and say, great, thanks, you know, and they get it out there. So it's just a consistent daily routine of that process of providing a service to the audio community. So these monitoring tools are crucial. We just simply wouldn't be able to do it without that. That's why I always kind of get out there and say that the monitors in a room are probably the most important piece of gear out of anything in the room itself.